So I just need to take the time to say a massive thank you to Nails Magazine and this week's challenge sponsor CND for the amazing goodies that we've been sent to work with on this challenge.
Our first challenge was to create a flat wearable nail design inspired by these nails created by CND for Libertine. I was immediately drawn to the skulls and emojis and wanted to incorporate these in my design. For my design, let me take you on a trip. Whilst making the set wearable, I still wanted to stay true to Libertine's style of edgy, outrageous and bright. What the eye sees and what the brain sees can be different. The whole design made me think of a psychedelic trip and I wanted to base my nail design on this. To create the optical illusion nail, I used a sponge and applied shellac in an ombre pattern. I then used black wool to create the fine lines, and using white I then created the feathers to represent the textures in the Libertine nail design. My psychedelic deer was drawn onto the nail tip in pencil first, and then I used different shades of shellac to paint, add detail and place the antlers in the shape of an illusion. For a fun addition, the deer is smoking a cigarette with bubbles coming out, which leads me to the next nail. For the smoking bubble nail, I used a sponge to create a blue ombre base. I mixed a neon green with shellac and applied a semicircle. Without curing, I applied the shellac dots and cured, and applied a thin layer of black shellac without curing, drop dots of top coat so the underneath colour appeared and gave the illusion of bubbles. I added different illusions such as glass shapes and bubbles throughout the two nails. This nail ties everything together with different illusions. The optical illusion black hole nail was inspired by Libertine's monochrome nails. I used black and white shellac to create a checkerboard effect. And to keep the fun design theme, I added emojis that were like pills using yellow shellac and detailed with shellac to create the faces. I was inspired by the skulls and emojis in the Libertine design and I wanted to combine these in my nail design. On an ombre base I created emoji skulls and the queen of punk couture, Madonna, and punk rocker Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols. The bubbles were created with polish and a Q-tip to create an air bubble look. I added detail to tie in the design of all the nails with black shellac. This nail I combined two of my previous nail designs together. Emoji disco board nail, I used striping tape over an ombre base. I applied black shellac, cured and then carefully removed and top coated. I then created emojis as before. To finish the design, we were asked to create a design on the fingers to complement but not overshadow the nails themselves. As my nail design was quite busy, I wanted to keep this simple, so I chose to make safety pin rings that were wearable and that pinned the punk couture design together. I created these by cutting and filing the sharp edge off the safety pin and used pliers to bend the pins into my desired shape. I then coated in CND Vinylux and applied to the fingers for the shoot. My final look is something that I could see on the Libertine catwalk or recreated in the salon or at home. I hope you enjoyed taking a nail trip with Katie.